Episode 1 starts off with some people overlooking a grave. Ray runs up to someone, but they explode. He then notices some lady bleeding out on the ground. He screams and it causes the bubble around him to start freezing over. Some lady asks, "Is that overheating?" The ice disappears and we see Ray holding the lady that was bleeding out. After that, we see Ray arriving at school. It's really huge. Let's see, which way is the auditorium? Someone bumps into him and begins to fall, but he's able to stop her and apologizes. She tells him, "Oh, that's alright, but I'm not sure it's a good idea to suddenly stop in the middle of the path. I apologize, I'm new here." "What? But didn't all the new students move onto campus 2 days ago?" "I heard there'd be just one moving in on the day of the entrance ceremony. One who descends from neither aristocrat nor a sorcerer, but is born of an ordinary family." Green Hair freaks out. Ordinary? Everyone around them wonders, wait, that's him? First one since the school was founded, I heard. Green Hair backs away. "I can't believe an ordinary just touched me." Her friends tell her to keep it together. Everything's okay. Another group approaches. "So, you're Ray White?" Ray asks, "And you are?" Blue Hair tells him Albert Allium. "I'm Ray White. May I call you Mr. Allium?" Albert slaps his hand away. Only nobles are allowed to attend this school, or at the very least, those descended from sorcerers. That's because the Arnold Academy of Sorcery has ancient and honorable origins as a school for nobles. I don't know what strings you pulled to get here, but this is no place for an ordinary like you. That's unfortunate. There are many things I want to learn at this academy. Albert goes to grab him, but Ray sidesteps him. As Albert is going to punch Ray, some lady tells him that's enough, and we find out that she's from one of the top 3 noble families. The goons tell Al maybe we should stop. Green Hair fawns over Rose. She's such a treasure. Albert goes to leave, but tells Ray I will never accept an ordinary like you. Rose asks Ray, "Are you alright?" "Yeah, thanks." She introduces herself as Amelia Rose. "I'm Ray White. Feel free to call me Ray. And you can call me Amelia as well. You're the first ordinary to attend this academy. That's a big deal. Clearly your talents have been recognized, so if you have any problems at all, you can talk to me." The students are in the auditorium. Now a word from our principal. "Welcome, students. The Arnold Academy of Sorcery is among the finest schools in the world. All of you who stand here today have been acknowledged for your talents as sorcerers. But do not be prideful. Hard work is still a must. Spare no blood, sweat, or tears. One's skills are a product of their innate talent, environment, and hard work. Many sorcerers, despite remarkable talent and favorable environments, lose heart and let their abilities waste away. Thus, I tell you this. Put in the effort to become first-rate sorcerers. And I am Abby Garnett, the principal of the Arnold Academy of Sorcery." Thank you for that speech, Principal. Now a word from the representative of incoming students. "I am Amelia Rose, representative of the incoming students. I am proud to have been accepted to this prestigious academy. However, this is not our destination, but rather our starting point. I'm sure many difficulties lie on the road ahead of us. But now that I am a student of this academy, I intend to face all of them head on. As the principal said a moment ago, to continually work hard and master our sorcery is the mission we have undertaken." We see a teacher telling her class that this is the last student to join the class, the one I've told you about. Ray introduces himself. "As I'm sure many of you know, I come from an ordinary family. I've heard I'm the first ordinary at this school since it was founded, but I intend to put forth my best effort as a sorcerer throughout my time here. I hope we can work together." "Okay, White. Sorry to just throw you into this, but you know the situation. You can introduce yourself to your classmates individually. My name is Helena Grady. You can call me Miss Gray. Go and sit down." As Ray walks by Amelia, she tells him looking forward to working with you. Ray tells her same to you. As he sits down, Ray looks out the window and we see a flashback of a ruined town. His teacher snaps him out of it by throwing chalk at him. However, he catches it, but she makes it explode and covers him in chalk. To get back on topic, we were discussing sorcerer ranks. Do you know what those are, Rose? There are 5 ranks established by the Society of Sorcery. bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and grand, the rank regarded as sacred. Correct, only 7 grand sorcerers exist at any one time. These 7 who have mastered the very essence of sorcery are known as the 7 greatest sorcerers in the world. They are the pinnacle of sorcery that all sorcerers strive to match. The very existence of the 7 great sorcerers is shrouded in mystery. First, our very own principal, Abby Garnet, is the Blaze Sorcerer. Next, the spellbinding sorcerer, Carol Caroline. She's the most well-known of the 7 as a researcher of sorcery. And then there's the one known as the hero of the Far East War, the Iceblade Sorcerer. Exactly. The Iceblade Sorcerer is the one who vanished after bringing an end to the Far East War. Nothing is known about the rest of the 7. But, as I said earlier, so long as you attend this academy, you should be aware that the destination at the end of your path is the rank of Grand Sorcerer, one of the Great 7. Albert asks, if the goal we strive for is to be one of the Great 7 Sorcerers, then why is there an ordinary at this school? She slams her desk and tells him the only students here are those who pass the mandated exam, as well as an in-person interview to be approved as students. Whether they are noble or ordinary means nothing. Now it's time to practice some sorcery. You might not think it necessary anymore, but you will be starting from the most basic of exercises. Do not underestimate the basics. Even the 7 great sorcerers are no exceptions. Now Rose, what is sorcery? Sorcery refers to the art of reconstructing prima materia, the primary building block of matter in our world. That's right, and at the very core of sorcery is the code theory. She goes through the theory and produces roses made of ice. These are the fundamentals of sorcery. Additionally, anything you made, you can also erase. Sorcery is a theoretical phenomenon derived from the understanding of technique. Any questions about what I've explained thus far? Rose raises her hand and asks if there are any limits on the things constructed by prima materia. No, strictly speaking, there are no limits. It all depends on the sorcerer's own capability. Sorcery is primarily the art of creating matter or phenomena. Matter can be separated into 4 categories: solids, liquids, gases, and finally, plasma. Everything else is classified as phenomena. A girl in the back asks, when you erased the ice roses earlier, did you use anti-material code? No, there is no sorcerer who uses anti-material code. Ainsworth's two-folded code theory is doctorate-level material. Students don't need to understand it yet. Now, time for some exercises. After Rose creates a rose, Wanda congratulates her. I knew you could do it. Leave it to the lady of one of the highest noble families. On the other hand, Ray makes an ice cube. Everyone wonders what's his deal anyway. He's totally useless. Albert freaks out. As a member of the Alum household, I refuse to acknowledge the existence of a talentless withered wizard. After class, Ray is walking around and notices the hooded student from earlier enter the library. Ray asks if she's looking for Ainsworth. Sorry for asking out of nowhere. I'm Ray White. She introduces herself as Alyssa Griffith. She tells Ray that Dr. Ainsworth is my role model. So that's why you asked about the twofold code theory. Yeah, I want to be just like her. That's amazing. She's a top-ranking researcher of sorcery. Well, it's just a dream. Do you like Mr. Ainsworth too? Yeah, I love her from the bottom of my heart. Really? I've never met another Ainzer my age. Ainzer? Oh, that means fans of Dr. Ainsworth. Sorry for getting carried away. I don't mind, but why? Why what? You have such beautiful hair. She goes to pull her hood up, but he stops her. Is there some reason? Well, don't you think my ears are weird? They're not weird, they're lovely. So you're a half-elf, right? My mother is an elf. I've been made fun of all my life because of these ears. Well, I think you're beautiful. So what need is there to hide them? She thanks him and points out that he's very mature for his age. He gets a flashback of some guy telling him that he acts way too mature for his age, and tells her, I guess I get that a lot. She thanks him for talking to her today. He tells her, same to you. I look forward to spending more time together. See you tomorrow. Ray enters some room, and the guy in there tells him, I've been waiting for you, Ray White. You're Evie Armstrong? Call me Evie, Ray. I'm not like those noble kids. I don't care if you're an ordinary, but there's only one thing I believe in. He reaches out and they grasp hands. I knew it, just like I thought. Wait, you're... They take off their shirts. You've got some nice bulk. Same to you. You're welcome here, Ray. Thanks. Nice to meet you. The next morning, Ray is out running when he passes some lady. He tells her, sorry about that. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here. It's alright. Running so early in the morning is very impressive. Are you an incoming student? Yeah, my name is Ray White. Oh, you're Ray White? You know of me? The Academy's first ordinary? You're very famous. My name is Rebecca Bradley. I'm a third year. Feel free to call me Rebecca. As they're walking to school, Evie says, Bradley? That's one of the top 3 noble families. Ray asks, top 3 noble families? You don't know? Well, I grew up in the countryside. I don't know much about the nobility. He tells him Rose, Bradley, and Olgren. Those 3 families are as powerful as the royal family, with just as much influence over politics, the economy, and everything else in the country. That's who the top 3 nobles are. So Amelia is the eldest daughter of the Rose family, the highest of the 3. She's got spotless integrity, high morals, and first-rate sorcerer skills. She's a genuine, born and bred lady. Ray heads to go talk to some instructor, but a lady runs into him. She tells him to watch where he's going. He tells her, I was just walking like normal though. Well, I was running because I was kind of in a hurry, so you should have moved aside. Uh-huh. That's awfully unreasonable, but I apologize. She says, wait, aren't you that ordinary? Yep, I'm Ray White. Nice to meet you, my charming pigtail lady. She says, oh, well you certainly know just where to look. You actually recognize the greatness of these pigtails. I am the first and the last. The girl of transcendent, raging cuteness. The girl who loves and is loved by pigtails. Clarice Cleveland. Ray claps. Wow, how nice. I'm not familiar with the Cleveland family though, but I hope we get along. And I'm sure it's a very beautiful family. That's clear just from looking at you. She tells him, oh, very well then. I'll grant you special permission to call me Clarice. He tells her, anyway, weren't you in a hurry? Oh, right. See you later. Ray meets the principal. It's good to see you again, Colonel. She tells him none of that. You and I are both retired from the service. And we see that he was part of our unit when he was young. After that, there's a mock battle between Ray and Albert. Albert thinks someone who can't even use sorcery, he has no right to stand on the same level as me. Ray deflects his sword and tells him that doesn't have too much influence on me. Albert thrusts his sword again. Ray also thrusts his sword and causes Albert's sword to explode. The principal is overlooking their fight. I'm glad to see you enjoying your student life. Ray White, the Iceblade Sorcerer. Then the episode ends. Some personal thoughts. I can tell this is going to be good bad, and I think it'll actually be a better watch than I initially believed. I will say the quality is actually pretty good. It's better than I expected for this type of anime. I also really rushed through stuff. I mean, it was pretty quick. During the ending, the pictures that they showed, I did not expect that in this, because they didn't give any hints of the anime being like that. However, it may go more towards that route. I guess we'll see. I'm looking forward to next week, but that's about it. So yeah.